followers, I am literally still in bed. I am still in bed. I am naked in bed, coming to you live from DFW. Coming to you from Texas. So there is a reason I'm still in bed. There's a reason I'm still in bed. So I was spending some time with my man and last night, and so I came over to where he stays and to his hotel room, and when he's in town. And it was funny because we had, a beautiful evening, woke up, had a beautiful morning, just talking and really connecting, and he's out to get the coffee, to go hunt the coffee, because I have not had coffee, which is like a thing. Like, I love my coffee, and it's 7:30 already, so I was like, I need the coffee. But, so he's hunting coffee, because good men hunt coffee. Real masculine men go hunt the coffee. No, he went to go grab me some Starbucks, grab him some Starbucks, so we can continue on with our beautiful morning. But I woke up this morning and I was like, I don't want to get out of bed. I didn't sleep great last night, but I was scrolling through my phone as he was getting dressed and getting ready to go grab us the coffee, the most important part of my morning. And somebody had called me a slut in a message, and I was like, okay, like, it really actually was like, okay, like, thanks, I'll add you to everybody else who feels that or makes those snap judgments. I will actually, now this is uncomfortable, this position, I will add you to so many people who make those snap judgments without knowing somebody, without actually knowing what a person does or doesn't do in their sex life. This is a word we love to throw at women. We love to throw at women who enjoy sex. If a woman enjoys sex, we like to call them a slut. And I'm like, okay, like, that's fine. Like, it actually was like, I kind of threw it around, but I was like, that's a great live stream, is talking about slut energy. Slut energy, because it's been coming around to me over and over again over the last few days, just different people and their thoughts on sex and what it means to have sex before marriage and what it means. It keeps coming in. I can't tell you how many conversations I've had about people waiting until they get married to have sex, which I'm not hating on anybody who chooses to make that choice, but a lot of the people I'm talking to, their rationale is that, well, like, God will think I'm a slut. God will think I'm dirty. And I was like, that is not a way to start with those thoughts about sex. That is not the way you want to start a marriage. That's not the way you want to ever think about sex. Hold on. We're going to fix the position. Okay, there. I'm nice and cushioned now, but I'm also still very, very covered. But if you go in thinking, oh, I'm a slut, and not in a funny, sexy way, because I know lots of people like to play with dirty talk in the bedroom, and that's fun, and that's fine, and that's not what we're talking about. But I mean, truly thinking that they are dirty because they're having sex, that is always a negative. That is always a negative if you look at your sex and think of it as dirty. Now, if you're making a choice or something, that's totally, totally different. But I think I've had 4 or 5 people over the last 2 weeks talk to me about this topic of waiting until they're married to have sex. And again, that's a perfectly okay choice to make. But it's like looking at your rationale behind it. And it's even more than, so I've had, like I said, like these 4 or 5 people talk to me, and I was like, it's not actually a topic I tend to talk about a lot with people, but this is a topic that just keeps coming up into my awareness. And it's interesting. And then I started thinking about my comment this morning that somebody gave me of you're a slut. And I'm like, yeah, I do kind of have slut energy sometimes. I do. I will step into this energy. And the energy is the energy of the feminine. That is what slut energy really is. It's the energy of the feminine. It's the energy of somebody who is comfortable in their sex. There is the opposite side where it's like, oh, well, you go and you do and you're not paying attention to your body. But a woman who is connected to her body at times will appear like she's got slut energy, because her energy will flow. She will be so in her feminine that her energy will be fluid and flowing, and she will love sex. She will get in there. So my question is, why do we stop ourselves from enjoying what God gave us? And if you don't believe in God, that's fine, but why? We were born with this beautiful gift of pleasure, and we put these huge barriers in our way to the pleasure. And then we look at our lives and we go, why is this not coming into me? Why is this goal not coming? Why is that goal not coming? Why can't I enjoy my life? Why am I not happy? Why am I not laughing? Why am I not truly living life? Well, it's because you can't enjoy your sex, and that is where our pleasure starts. That is where our pleasure starts. Maybe I should do more live streams from bed in the morning, because I'm feeling fiery this morning. But that is where our pleasure starts, is in the bedroom. As young children, this is one of the first places we learn to feel pleasure, is actually our genitals. And a lot of times our hand gets smacked. It's like, don't masturbate, don't touch yourself, all that stuff. But babies, even in the womb, will touch themselves. They will experience their sexuality. They will connect with themselves in that way and feel pleasure. And so we judge ourselves, and we judge others in our lives for experiencing pleasure, for having desire, for liking our own bodies and connecting with our own physical bodies. We judge, we put these big, massive barriers between us and our pleasure. And then, like everything, our sex mirrors our life, and our life mirrors our sex. And so then we go and we try to build a business, or we go and we try to connect with those we love, and we just miss out on some of the pleasure because we can't drop in. We have not awoken our second chakra. We have it nice and closed tight. We're nice and closed tight, and then we go, why am I not feeling? Why am I not loving? And I know, so that energy will come up into our hearts and connect us. It will give us that passion we need. It will give us that desire we need. It will connect with our heart chakras and create this beautiful energy that we can, and other chakras, and we can go and approach the world and get what we desire. I really need my coffee. My thoughts are a little scattered. But we have to approach. We have to enjoy our sex. I'm not talking about going and having to fuck a million people. That doesn't make you connected to your sex. What I'm talking about is going and experiencing your sex, experiencing the pleasure. I was talking to one gentleman, actually, was it yesterday morning, or I think it was yesterday morning. I saw him and we were talking about really experiencing his pleasure. He has not in his life, this particular client has not really gone out and experienced sex much. It has been very, very confined. And I was talking to someone else the other day who was like, no, I'm not having sex till I'm married. They were actually telling me about somebody in their life that is not having sex till they get married. And I was like, that sounds to me, and again, we all have our reasons, rationale, all that. To me, it sounds like a horrible sex life. It sounds like not exploring and experiencing, and this gentleman is much, much, much older. And he's like, no, but if I go and if I have all these experiencing, then it makes me like a slut. Then I'm not connecting. And I'm like, no, you can connect in any sexual situation. You can connect with your body. You can really tune in. You can learn. You can experience. Experiencing lots of things in sex does not make you a slut. It does not make you wrong. It does not make you dirty. And that's actually something I also get on the flip side. So I have my clients who come in and they're like, I'm not having sex till I get married, or because I'm dirty in that way. Or they come in and they have all this shame because of the things they've done, the things that they've chosen to do in their life. And I can tell you I've done my fair share. I've done my fair share of exploring and trying different things and seeing what I like and seeing what I didn't like, and then actually coming back years later and being like, okay, let me try that again, let me try that again. And I can tell you, you learn so much about yourself. This slut energy, you learn so much about yourself. When you do it from a conscious place, when it is natural, when you're opening up to that feminine flow and the beauty that our sex really truly does bring us. Because our sex really does bring us this beautiful energy of really being in our bodies if we choose, of pleasure and desire and passion. We get to experience it on a physical level. And then we can take that physical level and we can start to experience it on a more energetic level, and we can start to experience it on a more spiritual level, and then we take it out of the bedroom. Then we can take it out of the bedroom and we can go and we can experience it in our daily lives. When we shut down our sex, whether from a point of not wanting to have any because we feel like God's going to hate us or it's spiritually wrong or whatever. Or on the flip side, we shut down our sex where we might be having sex, but we're having tons of sex, but we're shameful. And we have all these blockages about our sex and the sex we're having because we're shameful to be experiencing all of these pleasurable things. When we shut our sex down at all, we shut down the rest of our lives. So, and I would, on kind of a side note, I would think about when you look at somebody go, oh, they're a slut, or they're a whore, or they're a whatever, think about, what does that mean? I had one lover once who that was his question. I remember it was way early in my, it was many years ago. It was way early in my true sexual expansion, I would say. And I remember he goes, well, what's a slut? What's a slut? Just a woman who enjoys sex? I'm like, yeah, pretty much. And we had this actually really beautiful conversation at the time about what slut energy really is and how it can be such a great thing. It just shows that you are loving your life. You're enjoying what you're doing. You're enjoying your body. And so don't be afraid. To my fellow women and even men, because you guys can get called sluts now these days, don't be afraid to go and explore and get judged, but enjoy your life. Enjoy the pleasure that your sex is bringing you, because sex is meant to bring you pleasure. You're meant to have pleasure in your life. You are. You're meant to have pleasure. You're meant to have experiences. Our sex teaches us and helps us learn. And so, yeah. And I don't want, before I get off, because I know I'm going to have those 5 people who are like, you just said that it's wrong to wait to have sex till you're married. I'm like, no, it's not wrong. It's just a choice. And I want you to think about why you're making that choice. What's behind the choice? Is it truly a sacred act because you're like, no, I want to have this special moment, on the moment of coming together as a couple. I want to also have this moment coming together in the hold on one second, I'm on a live stream, just FYI, coming together in that way as well, or are you shaming yourself? Is that the rationale? So yes. Okay, my coffee has arrived, so I am gonna let you guys go. But on a quick note, if you want to work with me one-on-one, then pop over to addisonbell.net. I still have my consult special going. On a second note, I just talked about all this slutty, sexy, fun pleasure. Well, we have a ton of workshops going on in the DFW area. They are almost all sold out. We still have a couple seats left in all of them, but you are going to have to jump on it now. Go jump on it. And then all of them are also online. So you get the online option, though for Summer Orgasm Camp, you don't get the lab and demo. Sorry, no one's getting naked on a camera. But you can definitely get everything else. And then we do have private guru sessions. So go read about all of that at addisonbell.net. The events tab, it's just at the top. Just click it. And other than that, I'm going to go get my yummy coffee so I can wake up a little bit more and have some more slut energy. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow for another Addison Unleashed. Love you guys. Bye.